Is this thing on?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Voice Podcast, a podcast for students by students. With me here is Cameron from the BBA program. Cameron, please tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a second year student in the BBA program, mainly with a focus on accounting. Um, and I run the BBA mentorship program. I'm also a research assistant. Um, and outside of school, I enjoy tap dancing, reading, and bouldering.
I don't
Um,
know what that
yeah,
is. Okay, for those that don't know what BBA program is, like, can you say that in full? Like, what's BBA? Bachelor of
Bachelor of Business Administration.
anything. Okay.
Yeah, so it includes a bunch of things. Some people go into it with the idea in mind of marketing, human resources, etc.
Oh, so it's like a general program of which you can, specialize in any aspect of the business administration, right?
Yeah, you can kind of personalize it to how you want to use it.
Hmm. Awesome. So, I just want to get this question out of the way. Coffee or tea?
I actually don't drink either. I'm not a big hot drinks person, and I also just generally don't like caffeine. Um, yeah, I've been told people don't know how I wake up in the morning without caffeine, but I guess I never have drank it, and I'm just not a big fan.
That's so interesting. And I think this is the first person I'm seeing that doesn't, like either of them, coffee or tea. For me personally, I like tea.
Ah,
Not much of a coffee person, but sometimes when my nerves are really up there, I can, go for coffee.
yeah.
So, Cameron, I just wanted to also know, like, how has the semester been going? How's the reading week going?
It's been good. Yeah. I've been really enjoying the semester. I have a lot of amazing profs, and some pretty interesting courses. Definitely a bit on the heavier side this semester, but I think that just makes it interesting. If anything. And the reading week's been going really well. I've been able to kind of, take a second back, relax, get my bearings for the rest of the semester. I kind of like that midterms were all before, so I kind of have this reading week to kind of plan out what my second half of the semester is going to look like. Yeah, so that's been really nice.
Oh my goodness, you are so well organized, like so well. I mean, for me, it's the reading week. I thought I'm gonna use it to rest, but I, scheduled a lot of things,
Yeah.
podcasts to complete. I'm also taking some courses and there to, finish. So it's like yesterday was, oh my goodness, yeah, yesterday was really crazy. Worked till about 11 p.m. at night. Just trying to wake
Yeah.
up.
If you
I'm just trying to wake up this morning.
yeah. If you saw my organization system, you wouldn't know I was organized, but it works for me somehow.
My goodness. Uh, good for you. Good for you. I need to learn. So, Cameron, can you tell us a little bit more about the mentorship, the BBA mentorship program?
Yeah, so the BBA mentorship program, I started in my first year, so last year. So it's definitely a newer program. It basically has two phases. The first phase takes first year students and it matches them with an upper year student. And the purpose of that is kind of for networking. So the first year student can kind of get their bearings. They can kind of figure out what the program is all about. And then the upper student also gets a chance for networking. Kind of get that experience under their belt. Of what it's like trying to cultivate a relationship as a mentor and mentee.
Mhm.
Um, and the second phase matches the upper year students. Typically, the upper year mentors get like first priority, and then it kind of goes out to any upper year students who want to do it as well. And it matches them with an SLC grad, a member of the SLC community in general, or just someone um, who I've connected with who is in a business field for the career. And that's kind of aimed at like getting the BBA student kind of prepared for what's going to be after their grad. They can kind of see the path this person took,
Mhm, mhm,
different skills they've had to develop, and definitely the mentor in that situation also kind of gains a new perspective on even just during COVID, like what it's like to be a student during
mhm,
COVID, if they weren't. And yeah, it's a really great program. I've really enjoyed creating it, and it's been nice to see it
mhm.
all come together.
This is an amazing program, and even like creating the two phases, mentorship for both the first year students and graduating students or upper year students to network with um, alumni, right? So I mean, it's an amazing program. So how do students how do students engage? How do students participate? So do they have to? Where can they find this program? Online, in person? Who do they talk to?
Currently it's all online. I'm assuming we're gonna try and reconfigure it if we're back in person in the fall. But as of now, you can email me uh, at any time. And if I have the people, if you're a mentor and I have a mentee, I can fit you in. If you're a mentee and I have a mentor, I can try and fit you in. And if not, it usually posts with like links to forums and stuff go out at the beginning of the fall semester, or at least like a bit before it. So you can keep an eye out for those on the SLC School of Business is typically where they go out. And yeah, even if you're not ready to mentor yet, but you're interested for a
Mhm.
future opportunity, if you don't have the time right now, feel free to send me an email and just let me know that. And I can kind of keep you in contact with when it's starting up again and when I might have room for you in the program.
Okay, so what's your email address? So people who are watching or listening to this podcast will be able to connect with you.
Yeah, people can email me at cameron.hassler@student.sl.on.ca.
Awesome. This is an interesting program. I really love it, and I hope students will be able to participate and get a mentorship or mentor others as well. I mean, for the alumni students, mentor others as well as students mentoring.
Yeah.
First year grad. This mentorship is something that is very important and very valuable. I mean, it reduces the mistakes you may make in future, right? So and also gives perspective, gives insights, gives some level of reinforcement to knowledge to the person who is mentoring the other person. So it's a two-way street. It's an opportunity for both the mentors and the mentees, and also an opportunity. So you talked about your role as you talked about you being a research assistant. Can you tell us a little bit more about that role?
Yeah, so I'm a research assistant on the Weiss project. Um, it's currently under John Conrad's division. It's basically SLC is providing an external assessment of the Keys Job Center initiative to involve a workplace inclusion charter in a bunch of different Kingston small businesses. And yeah, so they've done that through different interviews, surveys, and stuff. And basically, SLC is providing an external assessment of that data to just kind of see what's happened through the inclusion charter that they've implemented.
Hmm. Awesome. So I just wanted this might be a little bit personal. So I just wanted to know how did you get that role, and are there opportunities for students to, be research assistants as well?
Yeah, I got that role through Rajni Dagra. She's been really great at providing a lot of opportunities. She's also the one who contacted me about starting the BBA mentorship program in my first year, and then contacted me kind of end of second semester last year about this research position. Um, and yeah, so definitely students can always, I mean, always keep an eye out on the SLC job board for different job opportunities. But I'd say best piece of advice I could give you is just kind of to, develop a relationship with your professors, especially online. You never know what they might have for you, even down the road. Like once you've graduated, they might come back and contact you and be like, "Hey, I, have this cool opportunity, and I thought of you." Because they could think of you because you have a relationship with them. So yeah, I'd say best piece of advice is, to kind of get to know your professors, and just kind of have that connection with them.
Hmm. That's really interesting. Thank you so much for that. Great advice. eh, you- I can't tell you how much networking has paved way for me as well. It's very, very important for us to, network with people around us, especially our professors. Make sure that you are, you're a good student, right? So,
Yeah.
so because sometimes it boils down to being like a good person, right? Having that interpersonal relationship with um good interpersonal relationship with your professors and as well as your other students, right?
Yeah, and just kind of making a reputation for yourself,
Definitely.
among your networks even. Yeah.
Mhm. So this question might be a little bit personal. So what's one career you would like to go into?
Yeah, ideally, my current plan is to hopefully, go after a CPA designation after I finish my degree. Um, but I mean, I'm kind of more of a numbers person. I like math. I like manipulating data. So kind of any job where I get to organize or deal with data would be ideal for me, for a career. And then also just it'd be great to have a career that would allow me to travel. I think especially with COVID, I've kind of realized how much I would like to travel and how little I have traveled. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my ideal.
Yeah, no wonder you have like super organizational skills. Yeah, I think that goes well with your personality as well.
Yes, for sure.
So what qualities would you say um made you to be successful at SLC? I feel you are so successful because of like the projects and the things you're already handling and you're so young. So what qualities do you have that you think has made you to be successful at SLC?
Yeah,
Or
I
to be
think it was
successful
just
in general, really.
yeah. I mean I think it was just my like uh determination to grow in my learning and like my dedication towards my education. Um, I I'm not a particularly outgoing person. And I always preface that with all my professors and everything and everyone I meet. So definitely if you had told me when I had graduated high school that I would be, on a podcast for SLC in my second year, I would not have believed you. I I I just wouldn't have believed you. But it's been really great when I came to SLC to kind of have professors who kind of took a chance on me and kind of helped me see that I could grow a lot through SLC, and it's been absolutely amazing. I've gotten so many opportunities that I didn't think I would have, and that I didn't think I would be able to go for. But definitely, it's been nice to have people who kind of believed in you and hype you up to get those.
I mean, we can't underestimate the influence of others in our lives. I mean, it's so amazing that someone will recommend you for all the opportunities. And she's just like a sponsor for me. I just call the person like a sponsor. Like, like stops, the person, goes way above and beyond to, mention your name in places you don't even know about, right? So yeah,
Yeah, it's really nice
amazing
to have.
how, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's nice to have someone in your corner.
Yeah, amazing, right? And I mean, it's your qualities, it's your personality that, attracts you to those kind of people. Uh,
Yeah.
mm. So what have been your highlights this semester?
Oh, this semester are all-time highlights.
Oh, that's the general answer. Like all your life is like a highlight. Like all these parts of the semester is like a highlight, including the midterm exams or the midterm tests.
The midterms exams were definitely, yeah. They're, I wouldn't call them a highlight, but I would definitely, I got through them. um, I don't know. As for a highlight, I was gonna say because the highlight that I could think of was kind of end of first year when the BBA program kind of came to a close. I'd say that was a pretty big highlight because it was nice to, I got to see like a bunch of feedback from everyone who had participated and hear about all, kind of the things they talked about, the growth that they had seen in themselves since being in the program. So I'd say that was a pretty big highlight for me, even still now. It was just nice to get all that like constructive feedback and kind of have a plan going forward and, kind of feel like the program made an impact on people, which is what it set out to do. So it
Yeah.
felt nice to reach that goal.
Yeah. The School of Business is amazing, really, in general. They have like high quality lecturers and content delivery, like everything, seriously.
Yeah,
Everything.
the professors have done a great job,
Mhm,
even through like online school at, keeping it engaging. It's been really nice.
mhm. Yeah. Do you have like any struggles or challenges that you faced this period that you want to share? That you
Um,
feel
I
comfortable
mean,
sharing, right?
yeah, I mean, definitely, as most students, I think, if not all students do, you get burnout. It's, I'd like to think it's avoidable. Sometimes maybe it's less avoidable, if you're just overwhelming yourself and you don't really realize until you're in the thick of it,
Mhm.
that you've kind of bitten off more than you can chew. So I definitely come across that.
That's me.
Yep. Like I was imagining I was speaking with someone who was similar in that sense. But yeah, so I've definitely come across times where I've been just burnt out, more than I have been in the past. But it's like I said, like having, people who are still in your corner fighting for you that kind of, gives you the motivation to at least keep going until your next break when you can sit back, kind of reassess, and then continue forward, with a better plan of attack. So you get less
Yeah.
burnout, and you can kind of mitigate that.
Hmm. Awesome. So this you've really shared a lots of insights, a lot of nuggets for us, and really appreciate your time. Do you have any final words for students or people who are watching this podcast or listening
Um,
to it?
all I can say is have a great rest of your semester. I hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, I look forward to maybe seeing people when we go back in person, hopefully. um,
When will
but yeah,
that be?
yeah, I'm hoping in the fall. I'm hoping we're back in person in the fall. Maybe it would be nice to see some faces that I've gotten to
I'll be
know.
graduating in the fall, so
Oh, yes, I haven't been on campus yet. It'll be my first time actually on campus. I started during the first semester in the fall when COVID had already hit.
mhm,
So it'll definitely be a new experience
mhm.
halfway through my degree.
And it went really fast. I just hope we'll
Yeah.
be in person soon. Thank you so much, Cameron, and thank you for taking part in this or participating in this podcast.
Yeah.
I sincerely appreciate your time with us.
Thank you for
And
having me.
no, the pleasure is ours. And I'll tell you, keep it up, and you inspire me a lot, and you inspire a lot of students as well. You've done so
Oh,
much at a very young age, and really amazing, and keep it up. um,
thank
so
you.
um, make sure you subscribe or follow us on all our social media handles at SA Voice Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. And listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all the listening channels. Thank you, everyone, and bye.